JP here with Meats Fab and Customs. Well, day has come. The outdoor garage. She's beautiful. Sunny, beautiful. 20, what are we looking at here? 25 degrees in normal temperature. We're about 75 here. So it's that time. It's this weekend. It's happening. That right there. That great big thing. That 455 Pontiac. She's coming out. It's coming out. And she's gonna get a little small block chev in it, but it's not really a little small block chev. This thing here, I'm doing a little bit of research here. And well, Catalina, she was a jealous girl of me, so we had to add some gold to her. We had to add some gold. She was getting upset with me. That's why she took the engine out on me. Here, so we added a little bit of gold here on it. So that motor right there is going in that beautiful sexy thing right there. Like I said before, I want to LS it, but that's gonna come in time. So what we're gonna do, what I got to do here is a little bit of the engine dance is what's gonna happen here, because I got engines everywhere and I need to move some engines around. So what we got going on is I got that motor there. It's on my engine stand. That motor right there is for that Chevy 2 right there. That's 327 Chevy 2 block. And that's, so anyone who knows Chevy 2 blocks, it's got the recessed oil filter there. Here, let me see here, see if we can get in there. Right there. So that motor there, that's going in there. So now we got the Model T here. This motor here in this Model T actually goes into this Model A. So we're going to take that Chevy 2 motor, we're going to put it on that stand out there that's outside the garage. And that, so we can sit it out of the way here for a bit. We're going to take this motor here, put it on that there engine stand right there, so I can finish it up. I fired that motor up already, and let me tell you, that motor is, oh, she sounds beautiful. Sounds beautiful. You'll have to wait to hear it. You'll have to wait to hear it. And that. So that motor is going to go on that stand, so I can finish it up. I can't get the fuel pump on it in that chassis, so I got to get the fuel pump, finish it up, so we can just drop that on, get the exhaust manifolds on, all that good stuff. And then once that motor goes in there, the Pontiac, it actually will probably sit there somewhere till someone buys it, because anyone out there needs a nice 455 Pontiac with a little bit of noise. I got a deal for you here at Honest JP's Engine Sales. Hit me up. And that. So then we go from there. So then I'm going to pull this motor here out of the T, that one, and put that one on that stand, so I can get it all finished up, running, that sort of thing, and that. So then we can go in here. So everyone keep up? I can't even keep up anymore. So that's the plan. Oh, I guess I should say that one there, it's going in there. The end, it's going in that car right there. That's the end project. So it's got, like I said, it's got a 455 Pontiac, but I got the adapter plate and everything, so I don't have to change the transmission. I can leave the transmission in. More or less what I'm doing with this thing, that motor I got in a deal, and come to find out, it's a better motor than what I thought it was. And like that thing's got dome pistons, all that. 355. Supposedly it was built for a dirt track car. I don't know, so I'm not gonna say it was for sure. I know nothing about that motor. All I know is that motor sounds sexy, and that from when I fired it up for a little bit, and that. But it's gonna go in there with the Pontiac transmission and everything, just so I can drive it this summer. Like I said, eventually it's getting an LS. And I don't have the LS and everything right now, so that's a plan. But there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going to be coming out of this thing. So I don't have the air conditioning brackets for the small block chev. I got a buddy who's got a few of these cars, so probably eventually I'll go out there if I put much effort into it to get it, because like I said, eventually it's getting an LS. So going after getting all the brackets, not really worth it. So like I said, a bunch of this is going to come out of here, and that, and we're going to. Jeez, these rads are, look at the size of that rad. And probably go half that size now with an aluminum one. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So that's what we're going with there. So a bunch of all this is coming out. So let's start this project. The torque converter's already been unhooked because I was hoping the noise that I heard was actually a loose torque converter or a cracked flywheel, and no such luck. This may sound bad, but I think the biggest mistake I made with this car was changing the oil on it. I changed the oil before I went to Ontario, and that's when all these problems started using oil. A lifter hung, so on. But before I changed the oil in it and left the old oil in it, the thing was great. So I don't know what happened. I think it's got personally, I think an oil ring or something let go, and it's got piston slap. That's my personal opinion. The motor's clean inside, really clean. And so that's what I think happened to it. But until someone takes it apart, who knows? So like I said, whoever buys it off me, give me a call. Let me know what happened. Someone buy it off me. And so that's where we're at right now. We're gonna start pulling parts off. I got it up in the air, so I'll do all the bottom stuff. Usually I do the bottom stuff last, but it's up in the air already, so I might as well get all the stuff underneath done, unhooking all your wiring, your starter, so on, get the rad drained out and all that good stuff. Because when you're 5 foot nothing, it kind of sucks the way I got that car sitting right now, because I need to stand on a stool for everything. It's not that fun at all. Kind of sucks. So here we go. Let's get on this thing and let's get it out here and get the wagon going again. And then I'll have a happy bulldog again, and Catalina will love me again too. So here we go. Okay, here she is. Exhaust is off. Okay, I might want to stop that fuel leak that's leaking from the fuel pump return. That keeps coming back. We'll just throw a rag under it. Here, that'll fix it. Everything's unhooked. I got pulled the starter right out, so it won't cause me grief. Motor mounts are actually unbolted, so the motor's just sitting there right now. So wiring, I'm pretty sure is all unhooked, but as we all know that have done this fancy job before, we usually end up stretching some wire out. The one I usually is a small starter wire. That one I got unhooked, so I know I'm not going to stretch that one out. But I'm sure I'll find something. I know there's a block heater here somewhere that I got to figure out how it runs. But I just seen a couple things here. I'm going to have to put a longer battery cable in it, because the small block chev starter is on the other side. It's on the passenger side. Pontiac's on the driver's side. Not a big deal. Fuel line I'm going to have to extend a bit, but it is... she's a little soft. And so that's not going to be a bad thing. This thing needs a freaking wash job. Like I'm not tanned. I'm just really freaking greasy right now. So once this thing comes out of here, I don't think it's ever seen a power washer since 1976. Like some of these parts on this thing, like that cross member right there, that thing will never, ever, ever rust out with the amount of grease and oil on it. So that needs to be done. But I need to find a hose here to stop this fuel leak, because as soon as I put this thing down, it's going to be worse. And then the next thing is let this car down, like I said, and we'll drain the rad and all that, and start pulling the front of this engine out. That's the next plan. So here we go. I got to go find a piece of hose here to stop this fuel leak. So and we'll get this thing jacked down. So here we go. Okay, so like I said earlier, I don't have the brackets to put AC for a small block, so I'm pulling all this stuff here. I'm going to pull this all out now to make my life easier and get these hoses out of here. I'm going to save them. They're probably different for a small block. I don't know for sure. But for right now, I won't be going back in. Like I said, whenever I LS this thing, it'll have a different AC pump altogether on it. So it's just, I'll take it all off nicely. And that's one thing with all this stuff. It's starting to go up in price, guys. So don't get in here and start ramming and taking stuff out. Heck, you can resell a lot of this shit. I've been selling stuff here lately on Marketplace. It surprised the hell out of me what people are buying. And so you know, it helps offset the cost of the project if you you know, if you save some parts here on it. So it's just that's just my opinion. So you know, if you have an old AC compressor and someone needs an old AC compressor, they'll buy it off you. And a lot of the stuff's the same as the square body stuff that everyone is collecting right now. So I'll take it all off nicely, so I got all the brackets and that, and you know, I can give it to whoever buys this motor. And if they want AC, they're whatever they're putting a 455 Pontiac in. So that's where we're at right now. I'll start pulling all this out, give myself more room in here, and then probably pull the cap and wires all off, more room so we don't have to worry about shit catching. And then yeah, in case you haven't noticed, I'm kind of putting off draining the rad because it freaking sucks. I hate draining rads. However many buckets you put under there, I'll guarantee you miss it. And so I know looking at this thing, I don't know if this guy was towing a freaking yacht with it or what, but it's got about three oil coolers all mismatched and hosed in together. It goes into the one in the rad, loops off of that, goes into another one up front, loops off of that one and goes into another one. So this transmission is probably like brand new, because she never would have got hot, ever. So that's where we're at now. It's named a Cruise over there. I'll unhook it, but I'll leave it there. And you know, someday it might get hooked back up. I'll be honest, probably never, because I don't use Cruise in my newer vehicles, so it'll probably never get hooked up, but it'll be there. So yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. We'll start pulling all these brackets off and hoses off, and get that all done. So we got a little trick here that so first off, I want to say, before all you you environmentalists and all you do-gooders and all that get on me, because I didn't evaporate the system. The system was empty. I knew there was nothing in it, so that's why I wasn't evaporated. So it's if you have Freon or whatever in these things, yes, evaporate them. Do the right thing. That's me being all green, driving a 1976 Pontiac. But anyways, this didn't have anything in it. So, and I knew it didn't have anything in it because I've driven this car so much with no AC and that. But anyways, tech tip. So you got aluminum going in here, and it corrodes in, and it won't, it's hard to come loose. So what you do if that happens, take a hammer and just lightly tap it. Don't beat the shit out of it where you're gonna crack it and that, but just lightly tap it, and then it'll come out no problem. So the other thing that works on too, and an old gentleman, who actually isn't old because he's probably the same age as me at the time, I learned it when I was in my 20s, taught me that with fittings that have the O-ring on them, and that if you take that fitting, just hit it with a hammer, and that if you can't get them loose, they'll come right out for you. So it's just it's a little tech tip. Just give it a little hammer, and that those O-rings and everything, same here, you had aluminum and an O-ring, and it was tight as, and I just gave it a little love tap and it came out really nice. Just you know, if you're doing aluminum or you're doing fittings with O-rings and that, just give them a little love, not a lot of love, just a little love, and they'll come out all nice for you. So all the hoses and everything are out of this thing now. I'm gonna get all this out of here, get that gone, and because that's just taking up a lot of real estate that I really don't want to deal with. We're starting to be able to see stuff in here now. The motor isn't really that big once you start getting into it. So that's where we're at right now. So we'll get the rest of this out. The boss man here, he just woke up from his I don't, what nap are you on today? Are you on about your third or fourth today? Which one? Oh, he just woke up and he wanted to come out here to see what's going on with this car. He's ready to go, and he's disgusted. Don't worry, Tonka, we're getting her fixed up. And that. You okay, bud? Do you want in your car? He's just checking things out. This is the first real one day we've had this year. So he's checking out the parts I've taken off. He's not letting me get away with nothing. He's a tough boss. So we'll Jesus, that look he just gave me. Anyways, we'll carry on here. We gotta keep the boss happy. He's ready to go. We got a big hole, or not a big hole yet. We got a lot more room in this. She's ready to come out. There's only 2 bolts holding the trans in. Everything else is undone, ready to go. I kind of ran into a little bit of an issue. It involves a hood. And I work by myself a lot, and I'm working by myself right now. And I've dealt with one of these hoods by myself before. They're freaking heavy. They're really heavy. I'm old, I'm fat, I'm out of shape. Yeah. So I so I have to get someone to help here and pull these bolts off, pull this hood off. I was eyeing it up to see if I could do it without pulling the hood off, but I'm gonna run into issues. I know that already. I'm not gonna be able to get this thing high enough to get the pan out. I'm leaving the trans in and just pulling the engine, but the small block, maybe I might have been able to get it back in, but this big block is not gonna maneuver out, and I don't want to get it on all sorts of weird angles and all that sort of thing. So I'm going to I got my antifreeze all. I'm kind of proud of this. Kind of proud of there's no we got no lakes. There's no lakes. So I'm happy about that because you know, I've been known to get a lot of lakes. So as long as the torque converter doesn't pull out or the drive shaft, we should be okay. Because like I said, I'm leaving the trans in this thing, so I shouldn't have a bloodbath underneath it. I don't want to get cocky though. I don't want to get too cocky, but so far we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. So I plan on keeping it that way. But yeah, once I get this hood on, this motor is ready to come out, and then I can get this thing on Facebook Marketplace. I pulled the plugs in it. It looks like none of them were great, the plug wise, but number 5 looks really bad. So I think that's one where the rings let go. And yeah, it was running rich, but that one's just, it's ugly. They all have a little bit of oil buildup, but number 5 is really bad. So I think that's what happened. I think that ring finally let go. So yeah, but like that, it's good core. It's great core. So anyone out there with a Firebird and that, I got a great engine for you to build. Low mile, actually. Doesn't have very many miles on it. I think it's only got about 74,000 on it. And so it's you know, it's a low mile motor. But anyways, that's where we're at right now. I got all that antifreeze right there. I'm gonna dump that into a bucket because it's all still good. Actually, I cleaned the bucket, I put it in. So that's another thing when you're doing a job like this. If you clean, you know, the bucket you're putting it into. Like, I just changed the water pump on this car, so that antifreeze is still good. So throwing it away, so I cleaned the bucket up real nice, and I'm going to I'll dump it into a you know, a clean jug, and then I'm gonna reuse it. You know, back to stuff isn't cheap anymore. It's expensive, so a little extra time and saves you a ton of money. So that's where we're at right now. So I'm just gonna do some cleanup here, and then next step is I'm gonna try and see if I can hit anyone up out front of my house walking their dog or something, or, you know, doing whatever. You know, they're walking anyways, they're getting exercise, so they might as well do a little weight training and, oh, maybe lift the hood up. We'll see what I can find. But anyways, that's where we're at right now. Cleanup time. Found the walker walking down the road. We got the hood off. I don't think that person will ever walk down my road again, but yeah, when you ask someone for help and they think it's a small little car, nah, we're all good. We got the hood off now. But like I said, I don't think that person will be walking down the road anymore. The boss man, he's back out. He's making sure lots got accomplished today. And he's all excited that his car's getting fixed. So he's out checking things out. He woke up from his evening nap, but the lights are starting to go out here on the outside garage. But it's just a matter where it's getting pulled tomorrow. First thing tomorrow, the motor's coming out. There's only 2 bolts left holding the trans on, and that thing's coming out of here. And yeah, so now that the hood's off, I can get that thing, I can get her pulled out and get that other engine in. Can't wait. And hopefully I left myself, she's a little tight in there, but I'm hoping if I move that junk, I've left myself enough room there to get it out. So till tomorrow we're done for this evening. Like I said, all you hear it must be nighttime in Edmonton. There are the sirens. There are the sirens. Beautiful. But like I said, the lights are going out in the shop. So we'll get back on this tomorrow morning. Okay, here we go. Day 2. Freaking another beautiful day out here. We're, what are we, 25, 70, same as yesterday. Nice, sunny, beautiful. There's the sun right there. A big house. That thing's great. Love that. But we're getting ready to pull this, get this out of here so I can get this power washed and then get the other engine ready to slide in. So I'll pull this thing here first, and so we can get it power washed out inside there and then let it all dry out. And yeah, then we'll get that other engine out, get it on the stand, get it all ready to go with the power steering pump and everything on, exhaust manifold on it, and slide it in, fire it up, take it for a drive. Yep, that quit, done, finished. So here we go. Let's get the hoist and everything hooked up here, and I gotta make some room in that mess right there and that. So I gotta make a run to the scrap metal place one of these days and that to give myself enough room. But anyways, let's do that. Here we go. So I got the chains and all that all hooked up on the engine to pull it. The problem I'm having here on these wagons, they got a great big pointed front bumper. And my engine hoist here, this fancy piece right there, doesn't let me get to the center of the engine. And it's kind of a, so it only lets me get to, well, right about there. So when you lift these, you can't get them back far enough. And I've done another one, and I dinked around with it on my Oldsmobile, and it was worse yet. So I'm gonna make here, I got some 2x2 like quarter wall here. So I'm gonna make an extension on it here, so I can get into the end, because I know I got an Olds to do, got a Chrysler to do, and we're gonna run into the same issue. So I might as well build this now. The only thing I'm a little bit afraid of, and it's gonna be a little trial and error, as I'm hoping it ain't gonna want to do a pop, or actually an endo when you start, because you're gonna have too much weight out in the end here and lift the back wheels up. But I had another engine hoist way back when, and all you do is put about 2 cylinder heads on the back of it and it levels it out and you're good. So safety first around here. I don't know if I recommend it or not. It's on you if you want to do it. Entirely on you. But that's where we're at right now. So I'm just gonna make this piece here. Gonna drill a couple holes in it, and we should be good. And that I know it'll lift it, because this thing will lift all sorts of weight, but it's a pain trying to sling it and get it to go back in when you're trying to line up tranny bolts and all that. So that's where we're at right now. So I'm just going to do a little fab work here, get that done, and then we should be able to, we're ready to pull it. Ready to pull it. I got 2 bolts, train is jacked up, chains are on. It's once I make this piece, it's pulling time. So that's all I'm gonna do right now, is make that, and then we'll be good. There we go, we've made progress today. We got a big hole in here. There we go. And it's all power washed up. From what I see here, I'm gonna have to take that mount right there, flip it over, upside down, move it up, and then a small block chev, from what I'm seeing, should fit right in here. That one looks to be in the right spot from the measurements I've taken. I just gotta move that one. So I more or less have to undo it, flip it over, put it on. So I need to move this ahead about 1.5 inches. So that's the only issue I've seen so far, which isn't that bad. They're kind of a bitch to get up, but we'll get it. So now I get to play the engine mumbo jumbo here. I got to take, like I said before, that motor's coming off of there, going on this stand, so I can just finish the motor up, put the parts on I need. This one here is going on that cradle there. And then start of the week, that one there is going in that one there. So that's kind of where we're at right now with engines. So right now I'm just going to move these engines around, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks I get that engine put in that car so I can get it out of the way. So yeah, it's a little engine dance going on right now, a little musical chairs dance going on, and then hopefully the next couple weeks I'll have another small block coming home. So yeah, it's never ending. I still have 2 more buried over there in the corner. So yeah, so that's where we're at right now. Things are coming. So we're making forward progress. So that's then I got the Pontiac right there covered up. Anyone looking for a Pontiac to build, there you go, I got one for you. So here we go, let's get this thing on. Let's get all these off the stand and get to pulling that other one out of that Model A. And yeah, here we go. Got the old Pontiac motor here, it's just waiting for its new owner. Put that thing on Facebook Marketplace, and it's sold. Sold to a gentleman. He's a Pontiac guy. He's a little upset that I'm putting a chev in a Pontiac, and that he let me know that it wasn't to his liking, but you got to do what you got to do when you want to drive a car for the summer. So yeah, that's sold. So that's going to that'll recoup a bunch of money here for doing this engine job. So that's the thing nowadays. You know, I still have some of the old school mentality of you know, let's just scrap it out. It's just an old engine. Well, guys want these engines now, and they're getting harder and harder to come by. So don't you know, when you pull this stuff out, it might be no good to you. You might not want it, but there might be someone out there that wants it. And you know, $1 is better than no dollar. So like I said, don't be afraid to throw this stuff on Marketplace and get rid of it. It helps recoup the cost. So it's you know, it's just something I actually had a buddy of mine who told me that, because I was just gonna scrap this engine out. He's like, put it on Marketplace, guys want these 455 Pontiacs. And man, guess what, guys want these 455 Pontiacs. So when you're doing these jobs, you know, you guys are doing these LS conversions, taking your small blocks and all that, throwing them away. There's guys out there that want those small blocks. So don't you know, don't be throwing stuff away. Put it up for sale. Someone out there may want it. So it's I'm just waiting for the gentleman to come, and the old 455 is going to be heading to its new home. So that's just a little bit of what I've noticed lately. So take with it what you want, throw it in the garbage if you want, do whatever you want with it. I don't care. It's up to you. So so we're just getting the small block ready to go in. I'm just waiting for the gentleman to show up, and this thing will be on its merry little way. Got everything ready to go. I got the motor ready. She's ready. The car's ready. There. I got to turn the motor mount around. That's it. So we're ready to make it that go into the Pontiac outside. I just need the old outdoor garage to cooperate a little bit here. So hopefully the next day, actually the next day it's going to cooperate. We'll be able to throw that engine in. So for right now, we got a little of that old TV suspense. So I'm gonna leave this this video at this, and then you're gonna have to come back and catch the next video where we're putting this in and getting it running and going for the old test drive. So that's where we're at right now. This motor's ready to drop in there. I'm hoping the motor mounts, and we'll see from the Pontiac. I got to turn one around. It looks like the measurements are pretty close where it's gonna slide in without having to do much work there. So you know, if you like what you watched, come back again. Or you're gonna come back. You need to see what happened at the end. And subscribe, like, share, you know, all that good stuff. Comment, and we'll get this motor in. So for right now, I'm gonna leave you guys for a bit, but we'll be back with the motor going in. So everyone get out there, do something cool. Weather's turning. It's summer. It's summer. We're rolling into summer here. So get out there, do something cool, and till next time, have a good one. Bye.